Welcome to Tuberchat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is our featured channel. This is Mr. Johnny 25. He is a very much well-loved and respected member of our community who shares knowledge with things all regarding YouTube on his channel, and you can catch him live streaming very often. He does a great job of posting, it seems, every single day. Recently, I did an interview with Mr. Johnny 25 on his channel, and that video is featured on our front page, so it's easy for you to get to. At the end of today's live stream, which will be somewhere between 2 and 3 hours from now, we will raid Mr. Johnny 25 so you can get an idea of the kind of entertainment and knowledge that can be gained from that channel. Yes, and Mr. Johnny 25 is in the chat with us right now. He's pointing out the fact that we've got our colorful background and we've swapped up our colors today in honor of Mr. Johnny 25, and just a little taste of what you'll expect to see on that channel. So thank you everybody for coming in, especially so early. And D Turner Gaming already gave us some action today and has rolled over a membership, so thank you very much for that. Big Guys 45, it's good to see you back in the house. It looks to me like the purge may be improving, although still the glitching is going on. We're not quite back to where we should be, but I'm monitoring it. Black Brand Fridays in the house. Thank you again. Justin Mello, it's good to see you. Carrie Beth, it's always a pleasure to have you in the house. Kristen Walton, my love, of course, is here as a member and a moderator. And actually, D Turner Gaming, I'm going to put your channel up right after I get through with the introductions before we start spinning the wheel, because you have rolled over your membership just today. We'll do that. And then Mr. Fulton Miraz is in the house. Thank you for coming in. It's always great to see you here. Miss Jobu, I think this might be your first time with Tuberchat, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Cara Colabella is in the house, and Christian Nomad just walked in. Great to see you as well. Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo is a couple of fellow Canadians celebrating Thanksgiving between yesterday and today. And then Plenty of Trick Shots is in the house. Thanks for coming back in. Sonia and Cheeto, it's good to see you here. T Gaines, I think it's been a while, but it's great to have you back. And that Blue Moon is always a wonderful presence in the chat, so it's great to have you here again. The Moody Artist, good to have you in the chat also, so thank you for coming in. Unmasked Lifestyle is going to be our featured channel this coming Friday, so it's great to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Vegan Realist is here. Thank you for joining us again. And I think I am just about caught up. We do have another new channel in the house. I will catch you in just a second. I'm staring off into another window on the side here. House of X Entertainment Inc. is in the house. That is It's Me Wanston and It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey, and Yo, it's your boy Leo in a joint business venture. Lift to Eat is here. Good to see you. Too Fat, Too Furious. Good to see you here. Thank you very much, all the way from Ireland. And you found me on my BS Life because last week we did, or the other day, Friday night, we did a interview on my BS Life's channel as well, where we talked all things YouTube. So hopefully everybody can get a chance to check that video out. It's featured on our front page now. And then there was one channel. Oh, Elia Anthony, thank you for coming in. It's great to see you back for your second time. And the Moody Artist, thank you very much for letting us run. It's always appreciated. And then I think we're just about caught up. Caracola Bella got a purge yesterday again. Yeah, it seems that there doesn't seem to be any end in sight to what's going on here. And thank you, Mr. Fulton Miraz, for the share. You always share us out. That Blue Moon lost 13 friends. Yeah. It's happening to all of us. And so what seems to be happening, what we've kind of like wired this thing down to, is the idea that YouTube seems to be replacing new connections with old ones. So if you have inactive subscribers or people who you haven't been back to their channel, they haven't been back to yours, maybe they've quit, maybe they haven't posted in months, stuff like that, YouTube might wipe out those connections, but it doesn't seem to be the new people that you're getting. So it's still unfortunate, it's still frustrating. And then, so the other thing that I'm recommending for everybody is while you're here in Tuberchat, we're all here to connect. Everybody wants to subscribe to everybody else's channel, which is exactly what we're here for, but with the idea of ongoing, loyal, and dedicated support for one another so that all of our channels can start with a strong and solid foundation. However, an idea might be to keep track of the people that you're connecting with today. It's really not that hard. You're going to remember for the next week or two the people that you recently met. When you see them posting videos, like what I recommend is putting on the bells for all of your new channels. And the reason why more than anything else right now is so that you can catch them when they put out a new video, so that you can keep your connection to them active. That's one of the biggest things right now that I think can really help. And oh, even D-Turner Gaming might do some manual purging. So it's unfortunate when we lose subscribers, but if those connections are invalid or inactive, it's really not helping you anyway, except that it looks impressive to have, you know, in Mr. Johnny 25's case, 1.89K subscribers instead of 1.88. You know, but for the loss of 10 channels that were never going to come back and watch your videos, never going to comment, never going to like, never going to give you anything. And that actually can hurt your averages, not to mention. So what we're trying to do is just look at the cup half full, even though the things I'm mentioning happen to be on the negative side. But we just keep pushing through. We just keep working on our channels. We just keep producing content, and you will grow. And please don't forget about the organic growth that comes along with the head start that we're trying to give each other here. Ian J. Unleashed, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Grambling Granny is here. Michael's Adventures, are very much loved playlist supporter more than anything else, is here. Pug Plays, good to see you here. I think this is your first time with Tuberchat, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Once again, our featured channel for today is Mr. Johnny 25, who we will raid at the end of today's live stream 2 or 3 hours from now. Mr. Johnny 25 shares knowledge on all things YouTube. I recently did an interview with him, which you can find on our front page or on his channel. And then as well, we'll get some knowledge shared with us today over there. Right now, I'm going to switch channels. We're going to look at D-Turner Gaming, who just renewed a membership, so thank you very much for that. And then I'll get to spinning the wheel shortly. And Big Guys 45s, great to have you back in the house. Tanisha Armstrong, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, Big Guys 45s, it's a tough thing that we're all facing right now, but we just keep plugging away. We just keep working on our channels. And Mr. Johnny 25 will be hosting an interview today with Kevin King, who is another member of the Tuberchat community, who we've seen several times. So it should be an entertaining chat. So hopefully everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. D-Turner Gaming is a channel that's been with Tuberchat from the beginning. I believe I connected with them 8, 9, it could even almost be 10 months ago personally. Met them through the Hoops Family Network, and D-Turner Gaming continues to be a loyal and dedicated supporter of both myself and Tuberchat. I enjoy hanging out with them whenever I get a chance on either a live stream. And they've got a lot of engaging videos as well. As you can see, they are officially on the road to 1K. So I'm hoping everybody will subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. We've got our bell on so that we can catch D-Turner Gaming whenever they come out with new content. I'm just going to do a small bit of house cleaning in our on our wheel here. And I thought I put Kristen on there, but I didn't yet. You do not have to super chat or be a member to get onto the wheel. But in the case of super chats and memberships, we will let them skip the line and get onto the wheel or onto the screen right away. I will take a moment to spin, and I've got a robot that helps me figure out what I'm going to do about adding more names to the wheel. Susan, yeah, I can't figure out why YouTube does a lot of the things that it does and why it allows a lot of the things that it allows. Oh, a D-Turner Gaming. Well, here's the thing. So, I mean, YouTube in the long term is obviously going to prevail. It's just that we're going through this time right now with this purging, this glitching, and things are just a little bit tougher than they were a while ago. So the question is, when you started your channel, if somebody had said to you, are you expecting to be successful? My bet is that everybody in the chat here would have said yes. And hopefully you decided not to quit before you started. At the same time, if somebody said, what if it gets tough for a little while? What are you going to do? Hopefully most of everybody's going to say, well, I don't care. I'm just going to keep doing it, because you have to be able to weather the tougher times in order to take advantage of the better times. Once in a while, luck is going to come your way. Pick up a couple of videos and your channel is really going to take off. And hopefully by the time that that happens, you'll be a little bit, well, for those of us who are upset by what's going on right now, I know it's frustrating. Hopefully you'll feel a little bit better as the channels start to grow and start to really move. You start hitting these milestones that we see with all of our friends around us all the time. MSK Family Vlogs is in the house. Ian J. Unleashed, thank you so much for the thumbs up. Yes, if anybody hasn't already. And PA, thanks for reminding everybody. It really does help the stream, so I appreciate it always, as well as sharing if you have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any of that stuff. It really does help. And that Blue Moon, yeah, you're doing just fine. Doing just fine. But when we look through even the chat here today, and we see some of the people that are familiar with each other from the last several weeks and several months, and I know we have some newcomers to Tuberchat. Hopefully you'll be inspired by the stories that I tell about the channels that are here, but we see lots of friends in our community that are gaining their 1,000 subscribers, moving much farther than that, also getting monetized, which is on most of our radars and things like that. Hopefully everybody feels inspired by it and you realize the kind of support you're going to gain in a community like this, where everybody really is interested in each other's success. We all really intend on thriving together. And then the Zeophobic 73 channel, good to see you here. Thanks for coming back in. And let me spin. Let's get our first channel up here. And D Turner Gaming, thanks again for the membership. It is absolutely appreciated. Here's Gibry's World. Gibry's World is a silver member. So what that means is their channel gets added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream, whether they're here or not. But they've been with Tuberchat for a while now. So let's get them up and see what's happening today. Mr. Fulton Mirage, you're on fall break for 2 weeks. Hopefully that you get in some good YouTube time. Keep your channel moving. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Looks like everybody's having a good time meeting new friends and family members. Oh, and then, yes, Lift to Eat. I'm just going to ask you not to use all caps, though, if you don't mind. But if anybody in the chat is willing to swap playlists, then absolutely feel free to say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. And what should happen is some other channels will reach out to you, and you're free to make those arrangements independently, of course. If you see somebody mention that they're willing to swap playlists, and you're willing to, then please reach out to them so that you can make those arrangements as well. It's the one legitimate thing we can do to push our hours a little bit faster when we're looking for our first 4,000. Mr. Fulton Mraz, it's probably a good idea, as much as I appreciate the thought, for you and I to speak maybe on Instagram or somewhere else off of YouTube so that we can make an arrangement. I'm never available on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, but I'd be absolutely willing to come on as a guest on your channel. So maybe we can make those arrangements. Caracola Bella's willing to swap playlists as well. Lots of our channels in the chat are willing to do that. And then D Turner Gaming, you're going to do interview with Amanda from the Hoops Family Network, who is inspirational in the creation of Tuberchat. Did an interview with me quite some time ago when Tuberchat was just really getting started, and that interview is on our front page as well. So sometimes it's fun to go back and see some of the things that have been done a few months ago or even longer, just to see how far things have come since then and how things have changed. Carrie Beth is willing to swap playlists, even though she's monetized, and lots of channels in the chat are willing to do that. I'm willing to swap playlists as well if anybody wants to. I love the idea of helping, so you can reach out to me on Instagram. It's all one word, Tuberchat, and then I will. We can make those arrangements offline. Yeah, live to eat. It's no sweat. In chats, especially like this, a lot of times if you use caps or too many emojis and stuff like that, moderators will get on you and you could find yourself timed out or banned or anything like that. So I'm not really too worried about all those rules so much, because Tuberchat's never had a problem with any of that stuff. But I mention it anyway, just so that when you're not here, then you can have an easier time in all the other places where we gain friends and family members, like Mr. Johnny 25's channel, or Meldon Amra family, or Happy Lux, or any of the other hundreds of places there are to gain new friends and followers. The truth is, I want everybody to get what they want out of YouTube. PA is absolutely right that Amanda is absolutely so nice. And that blue moon, it can be hard, but I promise, like everybody can imagine, it gets easier. You know, there's a day most people, I imagine, wish when we start our YouTube channels, wouldn't it be nice if I was getting a subscriber every single day? And then eventually you say, wouldn't it be nice if I was getting 2 every day, and then 3 every day, and then 5 every day, and then 10 every day? And one of these days, you know, those bigger numbers are going to be in everybody's future that wants them to be. And you might find yourself getting to the point where you're getting 100 subscribers a week, and maybe even approaching 200 subscribers a week, and then your channel's really going to start to explode. And I promise those days are coming. It just takes a little while to get there. Oh, Caracola Bella, thank you for reaching out to me. I will respond to your message after, of course. We're going to swap playlists. So if anybody wants to swap playlists, Caracola Bella is absolutely willing. Jaden Suz in the house again. No problem, Jaden. You have school. That's okay. I wasn't sure about that because in Canada we have a holiday. So this weekend is Thanksgiving weekend. So for a lot of Canadians today, many things are closed, including schools, banks, stores, and things like that. Here's Unmasked Lifestyle. This happens to be another silver member, and so what that means is that their channel gets added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream, whether they're here or not. But this is a channel that's been with Tuberchat for many months, previously it's going to be featured on Friday, this channel. So hopefully everybody will subscribe to them. Officially on the road to 900. Hopefully by the time Friday rolls around, we will have passed the 900 and they will officially be on the road to 1K. Extra Step CEO, good to see you here. And Bright Creations, thank you for coming back in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat, but it looks like everybody's having a good time meeting new friends and family members right now, which is great. And Columbus Day in the States, but I guess not. I guess you don't take school off for that. It just happens to be a national day that's not so much of a holiday. Is that it? I don't know enough about it, only that it falls on the same weekend as Canadian Thanksgiving. And then when the United States have their Thanksgiving, we don't have a holiday. And that's followed by Black Friday, which is not a holiday, but it's a very much loved day by lots of people, especially those of us interested in anything tech or expensive, where we can hopefully find stuff at a great deal. Too Fat, Too Furious. So here, what you'll find is many different channels from many different genres. So there is actually Lift to Eat is involved in fitness. My BS Life, who I mentioned earlier, is into fitness. And there could be several other channels that you'll find interesting and will also find you interesting. But here you're going to find, during the course of today, possibly even 100 different channels will come through Tuberchat in a 2 to 3 hour period. And they'll be from all kinds of different genres. Some you have heard of, some you may not have. And myself personally, I enjoy the journey that we're all on together here in what we call the small YouTuber community. We only use that word because it's so popular. It's not an accurate description of what's going on, but we use it anyway. I think 99% of the channels that I follow have less than 10,000 subscribers. And I enjoy it because you see things that you might have otherwise not seen if you were following only the biggest channels that are out there. I feel that it gives a real look into the world. Gracie Sweets at Home, good to see you back again. Thank you for coming back in. Oh, Unmasked Lifestyle, you're in the chat. Sorry if I didn't welcome you already. I didn't realize you're right there. So I'm going to feature your channel on Friday. As a matter of fact, that's already set up. And it's not going to be too far off from today's time, a couple hours later, but still in the afternoon for those of us in the Eastern time zone. Unmasked Lifestyle, I like talking about this channel because the presentation here is just spectacular, as you can see. Oh, Michael's Adventures was driving, I guess, right? Finally parked. The Murphy family, yet another channel that happens to be a silver member. And so what that means is their channel gets added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream, whether they're here or not, but they are a well-respected and very much loved member of not only our community, but the small YouTuber community at large. And Abo Ito, good to see you back in the house. We have here on their featured channels list, they have the Lava House family, Social Couplepreneur, the Hoops family, Mr. Johnny 25, our featured channel for today, Mrs. Morrison and the Cruz family, among others. The featured channels collaboration is something I love to talk about, but because what happens is when you feature channels on your front page like this, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to their audience and the YouTube algorithm that you are worthy of being featured by them. So it's a wonderful collaboration and something I recommend for anybody that's willing to do it with their channel. If you have featured Tuberchat on your front page or my personal channel, then please make sure that I know so that I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels, as you will see by taking a quick look. Oh, D Turner Gaming is just mentioning possibly being around on Thursday. I'm wondering if you're mentioning that for me. Tuberchat is going to be here on Friday. Tuberchat's never here on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday right now. Hopefully, in a few months, I'll be able to change that. We'll see. But for right now, we're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But we change the times so that we can meet different people from around the world in different time zones. Venom for Life, good to see you here. And Sonia and Cheeto, looks like you're having a good time meeting new friends and family members as well, which is great. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up here, and I will think about adding some more channels from my list in a moment. Just Vlogging Life. Now, this channel happens to be a gold member, so it's a little bit different. What they get is their channel added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream, whether they're here or not. And Her link is dropped every 30 minutes or so in the chat by Nightbot, as we likely have seen by now already. Maybe not quite yet. We've only been on half an hour. Yeah, it'll be coming up soon enough. But just vlogging life, 193. So on the road to 200, but almost there. There's no reason why this channel can't hit that before we're back on Friday night. Could even do it today, depending if they're able to come in. But this is another dynamic creator. As you can see, she looks like she's got a lot of fun stuff here. So here's some health stuff. We were talking about fitness earlier. And then I'm going to look at adding names to the wheel. So we've got Carrie Beth and That Blue Moon, Black Brand Friday, and Lift to Eat, and Caracola Bella. And that'll be a good start. And I think what I'll do is, there's Nightbot dropping the link for Just Vlogging Life right now, as a matter of fact. So that's good timing. Like I said, hopefully everybody will connect with this channel and get her to the 200 that she needs. You know, these milestones are always on all of our minds. Here's Black Brand Friday. Also on the road to 900. So they've got a very good presentation. These thumbnails are fantastic. I know I was talking about this before. For those of you who are here often enough, you'll hear me talk about Black Brand Friday and the fact that these thumbnails are very clickable. Oh, and there's Fulton Miraz. Thumbnails are very clickable. Okay, I just have to make sure. If anybody finds that there's something that I need to address in the chat, then you can reach out to me on Instagram. It's all one word, Tuberchat, of course. I try to be attentive of it, and then I can catch whatever is up. Caracola Bella, yeah, this channel is beautiful. She does a great job. Here's Jenny O'Brien. Oh, Too Fat, Too Furious? Yeah, specifically here to make things a little bit easier because this is your first time with Tuberchat. Let's get, okay, Black Brand Friday, I got to take them off. Jenny O'Brien, I'm going to get up onto the screen. She's a silver member, so her channel gets added to the wheel whether she's here or not at the beginning of every live stream. And then I'll describe exactly how we connect to make it easier so you get the most out of your time here at Tuberchat. Specifically, the way that we connect is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least a minute long. Should be 2, 3, maybe even 4 minutes if you can find one. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. It should be at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then give the creator a thumbs up because we should always be doing that for each other. And then come back into the chat after leaving, or sorry, subscribe to them, of course. come back into the chat, leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you have secured the connection the right way. And then say something about the video that you watched so that they can go back and find your comment quickly and easily. And then they will turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Sorry, I must have missed a couple of things in the chat. Did I miss something? D-Turner Gaming, did you say something to me earlier too? Or on third? No, okay. Maybe I didn't miss anything. Yeah, absolutely, D-Turner Gaming. I love talking about this stuff all the time. You can always reach out to me. If anybody wants to, you can always reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook. Those are the best two. I do have Twitter and Reddit, but I'm typically most active on Instagram and Facebook. I love talking about this stuff. It really doesn't stop for me, even when we're off of the live streams. It continues on and on. There's Oakstyle. And then Too Fat, Too Furious, yes. And then Michael's Adventures. Jenny has a great channel. She does a lot of live streaming. Oh, I have an echo, that Blue Moon. That's interesting. I wonder what that's all about. I got a... It's weird. I'm going to try something and we'll see what happens. Oh, I see. Thank you very much, that Blue Moon. It turns out, I'll show you what's happening here. Here's my StreamYard window, and I'm just looking. So I have a microphone, but I did not switch. I must have forgotten that. Now the audio should be a little bit better. I use one of those, for those of you who know the company, Razer. I'm not a big advocate for like expensive equipment and stuff like that. This mic in Canadian was about $150 where I bought it, but I do enjoy it. As a matter of fact, I've got now in the description of every Tuberchat live stream a small equipment list, just in case you wanted to know how I'm doing my live streams exactly. So I've got the green screen listed there, the microphone, the computer, and I'll add more to it shortly, just so that you can see if you happen to like what I like. So, so Ian J Unleashed, yeah. So the best idea here when you're brand new, for those of you who are brand new to Tuberchat, the best idea is always to go first. You have to make the first move. And the reason why is because unlike other growth streams, sometimes here there are people who are here every day or have been here for weeks or for months. Some people come occasionally, but the people who've been here before, whether it's a little bit or weeks or months, they will hesitate before connecting to brand new people. What a lot of times you'll find is that they will watch the way you interact with channels in the chat to make sure that they think that you're genuine before they're going to connect with you. So the best idea for anybody that's new is to get in there, start meeting people. Of course, take your time, meet people one by one, but it gets easier as time goes on. So the idea, again, is always to make the first move. You go to a channel, watch their video, give them a comment and a like, subscribe to them, then come back here, let them know that you've done that, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. But you'll find yourself with a lot of loyal and dedicated supporters when you do it that way. Reggie's VSG Closet, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I think this is your first time with Tuberchat. So hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions on the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Daily Vlog with JMO, good to see you back. Thank you for coming in. Michael's Adventures is waiting to go to work today. Thank you for coming in. I guess I'm lucky I caught you by running it early. We caught you. Here's Kristen Walton. She's in the chat as a moderator and a member, but Kristen happens to be my girlfriend. We live together in Niagara Falls, Canada. She's always in the chat with me. Why didn't that... I don't know how to type. I put her name in as Kristen. I was talking too much while I was typing, I guess. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. She has her own channel. She's doing her own thing. She's doing a better job than I am lately of posting videos on her personal channel, and is recently become monetized not too long ago, hit her 1,000 subscribers, everything else. So I hope everybody will connect with this channel as well, and she's willing to swap playlists. And then pardon me just for 1 second here. Turner Gaming is doing a lot of multitasking over there. It's funny. Kristen has yet to do a monetization celebration, but she's talking about doing it a little while from now. She hasn't done a ton of live streaming, right? She's only done a couple of live streams. So she's hoping to pick that up as well. And you'll see, you always see at least weekly videos from her. Sometimes she posts even 2 or 3 times a week. And then hopefully we'll pick up the live streams as well. Pine Mouse, good to see you here. And D Turner Game is trying to figure out what to do for lunch. So Reggie's VSG Closet. Typically here at Tuberchat, we don't do links, and there's not a lot of moderators. So it's that's done intentionally. The reason why we actually don't do things here to make things easier on everybody. And the reason why is because Tuberchat is very focused on loyal and dedicated supporters, the kind of people who are going to come back to your channel in the coming not only days, but weeks, months, and hopefully eventually years to truly support you, to give you the views, likes, comments, and other things we all need as growing YouTubers. So here you're left to search for people's channels by their name. And then once you find them, you can match them up by their avatars, and then they will, you'll be able to find their channels that way. If there's a channel that you specifically have trouble finding, then you can ask me and I'll see what I can do about it. But most of the channels in the chat are able to be found easily. All good. Did I miss any questions from Unmasked Lifestyle? No? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. I didn't mean to miss your question. How long will be reasonable to watch a video? So I always recommend that everybody watches at least, so we should be watching a full video. It's not enough to watch a minute or 2 of any video. You must watch a full video, right? So I always say it has to be at least a minute long. If you're not lucky enough to find a creator that's got videos that are like a minute, minute and a half and stuff like that, that's okay. The longer, the better. So if you watch a video that's like 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes even, as long as you can handle, that's the best. You know, there really is no 100% answer on that. But I just feel right now with especially the way things are going, the longer is better. But the truth is we've been doing this with a minute as the minimum, as you know, since Tuberchat has started. So let's use that as a guideline and say that if you watch a video 2, 3, 4 minutes, something like that, as long as it's over a minute, you should be okay. If I miss anything in the chat, I certainly don't mean to. If anybody finds that they've asked a question or mentioned something and I miss it, then please be patient with me. Just give me a little nudge and re-ask me or let me know, and I'll catch it. Embracing Everyday Realities, good to see you here. Venom for Life. Unfortunately, I haven't heard from the Dude Rocks for quite some time. Here's Christian Nomad. who happens to be another member and also has engaging live streams. It's not a YouTube-focused channel the way some of the ones are that I described, but Christian Nomad is very much aggressive about growing this channel and therefore is willing to share knowledge when it comes up. They do a bit of experimenting and they've been invaluably helpful over the last long while. And so Christian Nomad was a recently featured channel on Tuberchat for that reason. Hopefully everybody will connect with this channel. And then Designs by CAD Pro. Yeah, so Columbus Day is today, right? Oh, Hoops Family Network. I'm so sorry I didn't see you come in. Oh dear, I'm sorry you're having a rough time. The Hoops Family Network is a channel that is inspirational in the creation of Tuberchat. Amanda from the Hoops Family Network is the person more than any other who introduced me into the small YouTuber community, as we call it. And that was getting on 10 months ago. Could even be slightly longer than that. But they have two channels. So the Hoops Family Network and the Hoops Paranormal is a new project for them. But the Hoops Family Network is an unbelievably generous supporter. And hopefully everybody will connect with that channel as well. We'll pull it up after I've got them on the wheel now. Yes, we were saying pleasant things about Amanda before she came in. Dimitri Jones, good to see you here. Forgive me if I haven't welcomed anybody. I got a little bit behind there. And then, yeah, Venom for Life. Hopefully, yeah, I just didn't hear any word. Yeah, Big Guys 45s, hopefully. The best thing we can do is just keep going, right? Just keep going. As you keep posting videos, quality content on your channel, then you'll count on the organic growth to help as well. So while we're all here connecting and trying to push the numbers a little bit faster, which is fine, the real goal here is to gain loyal and dedicated supporters so that eventually for everybody, when the day comes, like eventually there'll be a day where you're putting out videos and you'll get 100 views, 100 likes, and a lot of comments on those videos to get them going every time you post something. That's really the goal here, is loyal and dedicated supporters who will truly come back and support your content. Yeah, Venom for Life. We'll see what happens. And then Declan Fans 2020. Yes, I did. I think I left a comment on it too. But Declan Fans 2020 has a Halloween song for everybody to check out. Brandon Jackson's in the house. Good to see you here. And hopefully I haven't missed too much or missed anybody in the chat. Izzy's Life Vlogs. Good to see you back. Oh, Big Guys 45 is getting a new vinyl record. We have something in common. Our love for vinyl records. I used to be a DJ, and so I have an unreasonable number of vinyl records, and I still buy vinyl records to this day. So I'm curious to see what you get. Big Guys 45s. Let's spin. Let's get another channel up and see what's happening. Here's Simply Royce. This channel happens to be another silver member, and so what that means is their channel gets added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream, whether they're here or not, but they're usually here for every live stream anyway. Once again, hopefully everybody will connect with Christian Nomad, who's in the chat with us right now. Here's Simply Royce. Again, this is another channel that's willing to swap playlists. If anybody in the chat is willing to swap playlists, just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and other creators should reach out to you for the purpose of making those arrangements. Everybody's free to make them independently, of course. And then if you see somebody say they're willing to swap playlists and you're willing, then please reach out to them as well. And you'll get that started. The reason I push swapping playlists with everybody so much is not only the idea that your hours will get pumped up a little bit, but as well, once you've traded favors with another creator, you can get a friendship started and growing. And that's where you start to really see a community build around your channel and some truly loyal and dedicated support. And then Big Guys 45s. Oh, you got a single, eh? A 45? Who was just saying, what did I miss? Who was just saying that their mother... Oh, Izzy's Life. You redid your graphics again? Yeah, Big Guys 45. It's unfortunate. They're not gonna. YouTube won't do anything to help. I don't imagine. Oh, they're Venom for Life. Yes. Mom collects vinyls as well. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Venom for Life. Thank you for the time you've spent. Let me spin. Let's get another channel up here. Reggie's VSG Closet, checking out Simply Royce right now, officially on the road to 800. And here's Designs by CAD Pro, who's also in the chat with us still, I think, right now. This is a talented artist with some engaging content that's been back with Tuberchat again and again, was recently featured. I'm looking forward to seeing Izzy's Life Vlogs new graphics. That's the second time I think that I've seen you do an overhaul. But it's good stuff. It's good if you can have the time to freshen up your channel once in a while. Staying on brand is important, but when you can give it a refresh, it really helps. Jeremy's Autistic Vlogs, good to see you here. Okay, the Hoops Paranormal's in the house now. So that's the Hoops Family Network, and it's the second channel. So I'm just going to change what I've got on the wheel here. I think what I'll do is when it comes up, I'll just show both channels anyway. But so everybody can have a look at both things that are happening here. But hopefully everybody will connect with Designs by CAD Pro, officially on the road to 700. Might even be able to hit it before we're back on Friday. It's possible. I'm going to have a really good look at the analytics after today and see if there's been the improvement that I think has started with our purging and glitching and everything else. It seems things are a little bit better. Tuberchat was stuck at 1620 for a while when all of that started, and now is at about, I think it was 1670 today or something like that. I'll find out 1 second here, and then I'll put that blue moon up. No. Thank you, Mr. Fulton Mraz. Yeah, I got your message, so I'll respond to you afterwards, if that's okay. And we'll see what we can do about getting an interview going up. And then, I can't, I'm not, so TV, forgive me, I'm not going to read your name out loud, but, okay, my internet doesn't want to allow me to click that for some reason. Doesn't matter. I think we're up to about 1670 now, or very close to it. And that blue moon, if you want to drop your link right now, please, because I'm going to put your channel up. Oh, Philly Girl says the purge is still going. Yeah, so what happened is September 15th, for me personally, was the start of this major purge. Tuberchat lost about 15 creators plus whatever it gained that day. My personal channel lost about 10 plus whatever it gained that day. And ever since then, there's been unexplainable losses every single day. So you still can gain, but it seems that for almost everybody you're gaining, YouTube is taking away. Now, we've narrowed this down with a lot of help from a handful of different creators and figured that what seems to be happening is you're gaining new people every day, but you're losing older connections, whether they're invalid or not. I shouldn't say invalid, inactive connections. So, for instance, maybe you subscribed to somebody a couple of months ago and you never went back to watch another video or subscribe or leave a comment or anything else, and they've also not done the same, it's possible to lose that connection. It's very possible that some creators become inactive, like they don't post for 6 months or they quit and things like this, and that can cause a little bit of it too. YouTube is always purging. It's just that it's been more aggressive in the last month. Caracolabella is still in the house. I got you on the wheel. Yep. Angel Light Over Darkness 33 is in the house. Good to see you here again. Oh, that Blue Moon says, yeah, they gained a lot and lost a lot. But here's the thing. So Caracolabella, when you're talking about losing, an experiment would be, if you remember some of the people who you connected with, if you go back and look, you should be subscribed to the people that you were that you connected with, and they should also be subscribed to you. So when I say that, here's the example. Every day, for those of you who've been with Tuberchat for a while now and come back like to see live streams as often as you can, every time I put these channels up, you see I'm putting that Blue Moon. This is a channel that's been with us for months now, and I'm still subscribed. Every channel that you see me put up on the screen, Tuberchat is still subscribed to. And a lot of these channels now are not even being connected the way that we are, because if somebody's brand new to Tuberchat, they're coming in, they're subscribing to Tuberchat. I'm going back and doing it afterwards. I'm not even doing it the way we're describing right now, although Tuberchat was built on that thing. So here's the thing. When you see me put these channels up, if it was the same people that we're connecting with recently, you would notice a lot of channels coming up and saying, hey, Tuberchat's not subscribed. And you'd see me all day resubscribing to channels, but that doesn't happen. So the thought again is, especially, there's a couple of things you could do to help. First of all, I recommend to everybody to make your subscriptions public. And the reason why is because then when you say to somebody that you have been to their house and left a package, they can go into your subscriptions, see themselves there, and know that you're telling the truth. It also gives a chance to go back the next day or the day after or the week after and see if that person is still subscribed to you. So I recommend it for everybody. But again, what we're looking at for the most part, I'm not even saying I'm right, but it seems to be that we're not losing the same people we're connecting with. So an idea is like today, if you make a mental note or even a real note, you can even like write down the names of the channels that you're connecting to today. And then 24 or 48 hours, go back, look at those channels, see first of all if you're subscribed to them. And then for the ones that have their subscriptions public, you can see if you're still in their subscriptions. That's why I recommend that. Some of these ideas come from Christian Nomad, who's in the chat, ideas that I've adapted from what he's been able to share. All of us are guessing, but ultimately, as long as we keep going, we're going to keep moving. So there's that Blue Moon. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. Their channel is still a little bit tough to find at times. Once they get a few hundred more subscribers, they should come up number one in the search results. But for right now, you can click that link to get them. Are the thumbnails interesting? Yes, absolutely. This is a fantastic one here. Jeffree Star, actually, I used to produce a radio show, and Jeffree Star did a couple of episodes of that radio show. I used to work as a DJ in radio, like for many, many years. It's just coincidence that you have Jeffree Star up there. But yeah, I see Among Us is a very popular game that's out there now. I think your thumbnails are doing great. The best idea, see, this is good too. When you look at your analytics and you go into your is it the Reach tab? Let me show you. Show you how you can see how your thumbnails are doing. Oh, I'm in the wrong account. Let's get into Tuberchat. Forgive me if I'm missing anything in the chat. I know I get behind sometimes. So we go into our analytics. They're 1676. So remember I was complaining that Tuberchat was stuck at 1620 for a week. First of all, let's look at the subscribers. I'll show you over 90 days, and we'll see what happened. So here's everything up until the purge. Then the purge happened on September the 15th. And then there's been a little bit of growth, loss ever since. So I don't know what to think exactly about that. When we go to our reach tab, you see the upside down triangle that in marketing we call a funnel. It's going to show you how many times YouTube is showing your, this is over a 90-day period. Let me switch it back to 28. How many times, so 97,000 times YouTube showed Tuberchat's thumbnail and title to people, whether it's on the right side of the screen or whether it's on your homepage or other places. This is how we get found, right? And then you have your click-through rate here. Now, Tuberchat's is unbelievably low, but I don't even think that this number is accurate in our case. And even if it is, it doesn't matter because I'm not changing my thumbnails anyway. What I recommend for everybody, though, is you have a look at this. And YouTube will tell you when you click Learn More what a typical rate should be. So for instance, you'll see half of all channels and videos on YouTube have impressions, and impressions click-through ratio, that's what CTR is, that can range between 2 and 10%. So if you are getting 7, 8, 9%, you are doing extremely well. It's not just the thumbnail, it's the title and the thumbnail together. But if you were to ask me on my personal channel, what was the reason why the best 2 or 3 videos that I have flew the way they did, is there's some luck involved. There's consistent posting that created that. And then as well, there are thumbnails that I wouldn't say are spectacular, but they are exactly what they should be for those videos. So I've got other thumbnails that I think are great or better, but the videos didn't fly. So you got to monitor that stuff. But that's a way that you can tell how your titles and thumbnails are doing. I just wanted to show you that. Very cool, Caracola Bella. Izzy's Life Vlogs is willing to swap playlists as well. What if some company contact you to post your content on their platform? Company can post your content on their platform. So that can happen. And sometimes that happens with sponsorships or product reviews, right? You might do a product review and a company might reach out to you and say, can we use your video on our website or on our Amazon store or something like that? That's happened with one of the channels that I manage, as a matter of fact. They've gotten into a lot of sponsorships now. It's mostly for free product, but there has been a paid one as well where they insisted, okay, you got to just do a couple of particular edits in a video so that they can use it on their Amazon store or something like that. So that's up to you. You have to decide whether you want to allow that or not. And then you have to be careful afterwards. If you allow somebody to use your content, in case they get a copyright claim, you have to make sure you clear it for them. You don't want to accidentally give a sponsor a copyright strike. So it's something just to pay attention to, but it's up to you. You have to decide whether you want to allow that or not. In most cases, it can only help. You'll find yourself getting some more traffic from the other channel that posts your content, your video. Here's MSK Family Vlogs on the road to 400. Hopefully everybody will subscribe to this channel. They have some dynamic content and it's very entertaining as well. It's well done. Hopefully everybody will have a quick look. And then That blue moon, yeah, it's my pleasure. But I love doing tutorials, so thank you for even inspiring that. It's something to look at, right? When we're looking at our analytics, I know those of you who are here all the time hear me say the same things. But when you're reading your analytics, and I think everybody needs to read them, even if you don't enjoy it, even if you don't understand it, you will. You will one day at least understand it. You may never enjoy it. I'm a nerd and a geek, so I love numbers and charts and graphs and all that stuff, right? But you have to look anyway. And the reason why is because you want to see what you're doing right. It's not always to find your mistakes and find what you're doing wrong. But when you have a video, like whatever your best performing video is, you maybe really want to study that video and the next 2 or 3 or 4 so that you can somewhat understand what happened here. Is it a tag that helped me or a couple of tags? Is the thumbnail in this video a certain way? What about the descriptions? There's got to be something. And after a little while, when you read your analytics, you'll figure that out. You'll start to find patterns that will really help you. When you do, you can duplicate that success. Oh, Black Brand Friday says they were watching. If I understand right, you're watching your numbers, and it happens around 2 to 5 a.m. You see it drop. So that's a thing there, right? Like it's not people unsubscribing, of course not. I think that almost never happens. I know it's a thought in a lot of people's minds, like do people subscribe and unsubscribe? But I really don't believe that they do. I haven't had much like bad luck with that at all. I believe that it's just either purging or the connection's not done properly. Both people have to follow the proper procedure to make a connection stick. But all of you are here right now. All of you know like that you connected with Tuberchat the right way, and somehow Tuberchat also connected back with you the right way and somehow, so that we're all still connected. So for almost everybody here, the system is working just fine. But you can notice now, I believe that YouTube runs out of California, at least the main servers. And so you might see things drop at midnight California time. Now, I'm guessing that. I'm not sure. But there's probably a moment where it happens, where we get these losses or these purges or whatever it is. But thank you for pointing that out, Black Brand Friday, because I haven't. I don't believe I've mentioned that before. Oh, Cubs Den is in the house. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you here. Kid Wonders, Life of Wonders in the house. I'm frozen on the screen, maybe. That's unfortunate. Hopefully my audio is not frozen. Let me spin as well and see what's happening. I'm just having a look at my computer. Seems to be fine. Sometimes I check the fan to see if the computer's overheating. House of X Entertainment Inc. This is a joint business venture between It's Me Wonston, Yes Honey, and Yo, It's Your Boy Leo. Fire and Air Tarot, thank you for the share. It really does help if anybody has the ability. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, any of that stuff. Every share and every like, thumbs up really does help the stream, so I'll appreciate it. Tricks FIFA, good to see you here. I think this is your first time with Tuberchat. Forgive me for delaying and welcoming you. I get behind in the chat, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. And thank you, Declan Fans 2020. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Let me see if I could do something about this camera. Why on earth is this not wanting to work here? And then hopefully my audio is still working. Can't for the life of me figure out why this would happen. Just stuck. That's interesting. Well, maybe we got it back now. Okay. Hopefully everybody is doing well. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. I tend to get behind, and then now I was looking out over at my camera to see if we can get it going. Kid Wonder. Kid Wonder's got 2 channels, Kid Wonder's Gaming and Live Stream as well. And that Blue Moon, thank you very much. But I appreciate you as well. And of course, have respect for you. That Blue Moon has been with Tuberchat for many months now. And I know it's a little bit tougher because you've got school likely in the middle of trying to build your YouTube channel. But hopefully you keep going, you keep going, you keep going. I'm really looking forward to the day that I see, first of all, you hit the 1,000 subscribers and the day that you get monetized, if that's what you want. Becky Patwa Pickney, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Good to see you here. I think this is your first time with Tuberchat. And then BKTV, hopefully you know I'm talking about you. I'm not going to repeat your name, though. I don't know whether I should or not. But BKTV, hopefully you're meeting new friends and family members as well. For those of you who are brand new to Tuberchat, the best idea is always to go first. Please don't wait for people to come to you. The object here is to make the first move. You reach out to a channel, watch their video, give them a comment, give them a like, subscribe to them, then come back here and let them know you've done that, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. So thank you very much, Fire and Air again. James Tamburo, good to see you here. I don't think I welcomed you yet, but thank you for coming back in. Caracola Bella is mostly St. Martin related videos. That's cool. Forgive me, I always get behind in the chat. I'm just trying to catch up a little bit. And thank you for hitting the like, James Tamburo. Thank you, Trix FIFA. Hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members if that's what you'd like. Tuberchat is not a sub for sub network. However, everybody is expecting to subscribe to your channel after you subscribe to theirs. We're very much about loyal and dedicated support. And for the most part, everybody here believes wholeheartedly in the idea of giving much more than they expect to receive and understanding that that's the key to success on YouTube. If you want 3 comments, you go out and give 10. If you want 3 likes, you go out and you give 10. But the more creators that you support in the ways that you wish they would be supporting you by leaving long comments, meaningful, and things like that, you will find, first of all, it will come back to you. And eventually there will be a time where it starts to cross over and you'll find yourself being more supported, even more so than you could possibly ever be out there supporting everybody. But you just keep at it. We all do. And that's the mentality for the most part here. Izzy's Life Vlogs has to start working on Motivational Monday. So hopefully you'll get that video out. And then Miss Jovu, hopefully you're meeting new friends and family members as well. Ace Flaw 1, thank you very much for the thumbs up. Thank you very much, Michael's Adventures. Hopefully you have a good day at work. We will look forward to seeing you probably Saturday, but Friday if you could be there. But thank you very much, Michael's Adventures, for everything you do. Let's talk about it with Anita. Thank you for coming in, a very much loved and well-respected member of the community. Oh, you know, BKTV, the reason why, I don't know if this matters, but in Toronto, we have what's known as the most multicultural city in the world. And so I grew up in a borough the same way that like New York has 5 boroughs, right? You got Manhattan, you got Brooklyn, you got, or I forgive me because I don't even remember exactly what they all are. But in Toronto, we have the same things. We have sections of our city. And in my section, there happens to be, I don't know what the right way is to put it, but a lot of people who maybe speak patois or whatever. So not that I even know because I don't. But when I saw the name of the channel, I had to hesitate for a second. But it's either way, it's great to have you here. And I'm just being cautious because I certainly don't want to. It's hard with all of us. It's exciting because you meet different creators from around the world in different time zones, in different countries, in different cultures. And, for the most part, I mean, everybody's kind of stuck having to deal with English when they're here on this channel because I only speak English fluently. But it's interesting, the different things that we can see and the different people that we can meet. But I certainly don't want to, I'm sure I'd mispronounce a lot of different people's channels' names, and I certainly don't mean to. I'd love to be able to learn to pronounce everybody's name properly so I can feature them when they're here the right way. But I'll always err on the side of caution. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. Again, I'm behind in the chat. Let me spin. I'll get another channel up here, and then I'll think about adding some more names to the wheel. Robin Mitchell, good to see you here. I think this is your first time with Tuberchat. So this is not a sub for sub network. However, you can meet a lot of friends and family members here if you'd like to. Everybody's willing to connect. So if you take your time and meet people one by one, just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel, although they will be from all different genres. Some you may have already heard of, some you may not have, and you will find a lot of people who may not have even originally been interested in fashion and beauty and lifestyle videos supporting you either way because they grow to become loyal and dedicated supporters of your channel, as they will also hope that you will do for them. Here's Lift to Eat. This is a featured channel from Tuberchat recently. So hope for everybody will connect with them. They are also generous in that they share their knowledge as they grow their YouTube channel for the betterment of everybody and have been given some invaluable help here in the chat in previous episodes of Tuberchat. Apple Worldwide, good to see you back. Forgive me, I'm almost certain that you've been with Tuberchat before, but thank you for coming in. Hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members if that's what you would like. Oh, Viviana Lakendo 25. Oh, forgive me. I wish I could. I wish I knew 100% what you were saying. I can't read Spanish. I can speak un poco Espanol, but and not even really. But yeah, I see that you have either changed your name or you have a second channel, and that's cool. But I'm glad that you're back. Oh dear. James Tanburro's adding a little humor into the chat, which is interesting. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in. But hopefully everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. Yeah, Apple Worldwide, that's great. Yeah, forgive me. I wanted to make sure, but I was sure you had been here once before at least. Hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members as well. New house. Okay, Viviana Lakendo 25 has got a new channel going on here. So hopefully everybody will connect with that channel. I did say I was going to think about adding some more names to my wheel. So let me have a quick look and see what I can do about that. Did I ever put Christian Nomad up? I didn't. I'm so sorry. I hope Christian Nomad is still here. Did I put that channel up or not? I can't for the life of me remember. I think Christian Nomad is still here. If I didn't already put up your channel, I am so sorry. I should have had you on the wheel the second I saw you. Caracola Bella is still on the wheel, still waiting. Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo still on the wheel waiting. Lift to Eat, we saw. Bright Creations can go up here now. Bookstyle's been in the house for a while. You must have snuck by me. Let's oh, I did put it up. Okay. Christian Nomad. I didn't want to make the mistake of not doing it. I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it at all, right? And the days get away from me because after we've been here 2 or 3 times over a weekend, unfortunately, I can't remember. So let's put Christian Nomad up just for another second anyway. I'll spin the wheel, and we'll see who's coming up next. And hopefully everybody will connect with this channel if you haven't already on the road to 700. Here's Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo now. Robin Mitchell. So the wheel, and thank you, Justin Mello. The wheel, basically what happens is once you're here in Tuberchat for, let's say, half an hour, 45 minutes, sometimes it even takes an hour. I have a robot called Bottissimo here, and it's similar to Nightbot or Streamlabs and the other ones you see, and it keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat. It's not only about how long you're here, but once you've been meeting new friends and family members for your channel for a while and you're active in the chat, then you get added to the wheel. Of course, it's random. When I spin the wheel and your name comes up, then if you're still here, we put your channel up on the screen and talk about it for a few moments if that's what you would like. So here's Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo. They happen to be members, but they are a dynamic couple of creators that are very entertaining to watch. So hopefully everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. They're well locked in over their 1,000 subscribers, but they're also willing to swap playlists. So if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and other creators should reach out to you for the purpose of making those arrangements. And if you see somebody say that they're willing to swap playlists, then please reach out to them if you're willing so that you can make those arrangements as well. And that's the one thing that we can do to legitimately push our hours a little bit farther. But the reason why I mention swapping playlists so often and why I'm still willing to do it and why I push it on so many creators in the house is because once you've traded favors with somebody, then you can get a little bit of a friendship started, which will hopefully flourish, you know. And for those of you who are a little bit newer to Tuberchat, you hear the stories that I tell about the channels that come through the chat, and especially the ones that I put on the screen, and you get an idea of the kind of loyal and dedicated supporters that we have here. And especially when you're commenting on other people's videos and you're seeing familiar faces from here, or when you're hanging out in a live stream and another couple of people who you met at Tuberchat are in there supporting creators, you get a real idea of the community that's being built here. Sassy Assy, good to see you in the chat here. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Maybe it's Sassy Assy, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Mr. Johnny 25 is our featured channel for today, hence the very bright and colorful background and the pink dressing on our channel for today. That's in honor of Mr. Johnny 25. I recently did an interview on his channel, and that video can be found on our front page. And then as well, when we are finished with Tuberchat this afternoon, we will raid Mr. Johnny 25. He shares his knowledge about all things YouTube. He'll be interviewing Kevin King today, and then as well allows people to connect the way we do here in Tuberchat on his channel as well. Okay, very good, Sassy. So like I said, hopefully you're feeling welcome. There's a lot of dynamic creators in the house. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And again, just take your time, meet people one by one. And if you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. For anybody that's a little bit newer to Tuberchat, the object here is always to go first. Please don't wait for anybody to come to you. And the reason why is because there are many people in the chat who've been with Tuberchat either before several times, maybe even many times. and they will hesitate and they will wait to connect with newcomers. And the reason why is because they want to see how you interact with everybody in the chat, to make sure that you're genuine, to make sure that you're doing things the right way. So the best thing you can do is make the first move. Specifically, the way that we connect here is to leave a single emoji in the chat next to somebody's name to let them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video in full. It should be at least a minute long, preferably 2, 3, or 4 minutes. And again, you're watching a full video so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, and it should be at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other, and then subscribe to them. And come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji next to their name, and that lets them know that you've secured the connection the right way. And then just say something about the video that you watched so that they can go back and find your comment easily and quickly, and then they will turn around and do the same full process for you as well. Okay, thank you very much, Extra Step CEO. Sorry if I missed you before you left, but thank you for the time you've spent. As we grow and as we follow more and more creators, it is harder and harder for everybody to follow as many creators and support everybody as much as we all might like. So I appreciate every moment that you spend here on Tuberchat and with me personally. So let's think about spinning the wheel. So Epa Worldwide, hopefully here, nobody skips ads on anybody ever. The only exception is if you're coming into Tuberchat, you're supposed to be going out, coming in, going out, coming in. When you come to Tuberchat, I keep forgetting it. Now I'm forgetting to take Christian Nomad off the wheel. When you're coming into Tuberchat, if the ads are of a reasonable size, I hope you'll watch them like you would for anybody else. But if it gets unreasonable, like an hour and a half long ad or something, I don't expect anybody to wait. I'd rather you be in here working on your channel. If you're on a computer, you can pop other windows up and stuff like that, of course. But here, you're not going to find a lot of people wanting to skipping ads and stuff like that. Rhonda, great. Sorry, we timed out your we deleted your message there just for a quick second. We typically don't do self-promotion here, but everybody in the house is willing to bake, willing to dance, willing to connect. So please take your time, meet people one by one, and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time if you just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. Pardon me just for 1 second here, and I will get another channel up. Okay, pardon me, everybody. Sorry, I just had to step away for a quick second there. Let's get our stuff back into action here. For those of you who just walked in and slipped by me, forgive me. I was just away for a quick moment there. Sonia and Cheeto, good to see you here. Rhonda, great. If you're still here, I had to time you out because you're spamming now. You can't just say the same thing over and over in the chat. Fun with Sierra, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. I think this is your first time with Tuberchat. Oh, Robin Mitchell, I just stepped away for a second, but we're good. Fun with Sierra, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. This is the Hoops Paranormal. This is the second channel from the Hoops Family Network. They're in the chat as a moderator here. They're inspirational in the creation of Tuberchat in the first place. There's the Hoops Family Network on the featured channels list right there on the side. But as well, Amanda from the Hoops Family Network is the host, of course, of the Hoops Paranormal with her husband, Kevin. And they are a dynamic couple of creators. They've got a lot of family stuff. Now with this second operation, the Hoops Paranormal, they've got a much more niche down channel. But I suggest everybody connect with them on both channels because they are, first of all, dynamic creators. And then as well, Amanda is a generous supporter of she's a very much loved and well-respected generous supporter of everybody here in the small YouTuber community, as we call it. Cubs Den, thanks for letting us run. And yeah, Robin Mitchell, no problem. I try not to leave the stream too much when I'm operating, but once in a while I just have to step aside. If anybody finds that there's something they think I need to address in the chat with regards maybe to a creator not connecting the right way or anything like that, I like to give the benefit of the doubt and assume it's misunderstandings more than anything else. But you can reach out to me on Instagram at all one word Tuberchat. I try to be attentive of it, and then I can address anything that we need to address and try to take care of it. I'll add some names to the wheel in a moment. JCC Tube, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. So I'll spin. We'll pull up another channel, and then I'll add some names. Here's Carrie Beth. Funny enough, I actually met Carrie Beth through the Hoops Family Network a long, long time ago. It's getting on 8, 9, maybe even 10 months ago. And Carrie Beth, this is what I mean when I talk about the stories that I'm going to tell about channels that come through the chat or that I put on the screen. Carrie Beth has been connected to me personally all that time. Tuberchat started broadcasting in May, like we started doing our live streams in May. And Carrie Beth was there basically like from the beginning. And over the last couple of months has been here a lot of the time, but she's a very much loved and well-respected member of our community. And as you can see, she's a dynamic creator. Her presentation is spectacular. I talk about this channel all the time, but she's well over 2,000 subscribers. She's also monetized, but still is generous in that she's willing to swap playlists. So if anybody's willing to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you can reach out to her for that reason. Natural Nesha, good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anything or anybody coming into the chat. I stepped away for a moment there, but it looks like everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. So I did say I was going to add names to the wheel. Let me see what I can do about that. I'm just having a look through my list here. My robot Battissimo helps me with this. Too Fat, Too Furious. Let's get you up here and see what your channel's got going on for us. Angel Light Over Darkness 33. I gotta have a look at my list to see who's still here. Ace Flaw 1, still here with us. You're spending quite a bit of time today. That's another channel that's been connected to me for quite a while. Did I miss Janae Vlogs and Gaming coming in too? Oh, good to see you here. Thank you. Sorry I didn't welcome you. And then how do you get your channel on the screen? Fun with Sierra. So basically what happens is I have got a robot as an assistant here called Battissimo, and I'll show you in a moment. This is Angel Light Over Darkness 33. Here is my robot, so Battissimo. It's similar to Nightbot or Streamlabs or Stream Elements or any of that stuff, and it keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat. So it's not just about how long you're here. Usually it takes half an hour, 45 minutes, sometimes even an hour from the time you come in to the time you get onto the wheel. But again, it depends on how active you are with everybody in the chat. Hopefully growing your channel, meeting new friends and family members. And then once you've been here that long and the robot, you know, I look over to add some names to the wheel, you get added to the wheel. The wheel's random, of course, when I spin it. But when your name comes up, then if you're still in the chat at that time, we put your channel up on the screen like Angel Light Over Darkness here, and we talk about it for a few moments if that's what you would like. So Monique TV, good to see you here. I thought I saw your channel before. Maybe we connected outside and this is your first time with Tuberchat. And Rockstar Richie, good to see you back. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Particularly for everybody who's a little bit newer to Tuberchat, the object here is to go first. You don't want to wait for people to come to you. You want to reach out to them. What you do is you visit their channel, you watch a short video, you leave a you watch a full short video, you leave a meaningful comment for them, give them a thumbs up, of course, and then subscribe to them and come back here and let them know that you've done that, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for your channel. And then Mr. Fulton Miraz, my weekend was okay. Always good. I'm living the dream. So hopefully your weekend was good as well. We have a Canadian holiday between yesterday and today is the Canadian Thanksgiving. I'm in Niagara Falls, Canada. And I know in the United States you have Columbus Day today as well, although I can't put my finger on how much of a holiday that actually is or if it's just a day that's marked. Black Brand Friday, thank you very much, but I appreciate the time that you spend here as well. Hopefully you are getting what you need out of Tuberchat, meeting new friends and family members. The best thing for me is if everybody's growing their channels. And the reason why is because whether you aspire or not, you may eventually hit, 10,000 subscribers, maybe even many more than that, maybe 100,000. Eventually, we might see friends getting into the millions, and that's what I wish for everybody if that's what you want. But on your way up, people are going to ask you how you did it. How did you become so successful, and why are your videos doing so well? When you answer those questions from people who are wanting to know from you, I hope that Tuberchat will be something that you point to as something that they need to follow. And in that way, I'll continue to grow as well. That's all I ever need. Bloomin' with the Roses, good to see you in here. Forgive me if I haven't welcomed anybody. I stepped away for a quick moment. Oh, thank you, Fun with Sierra. Yeah, I wish I was a little bit more fun, but I really love all of this stuff so much. I'm a social media marketing guy. I've been on, websites and apps and all this other stuff for years and years and years. But when YouTube changed the rules a couple of years ago to this 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, it made things like Tuberchat viable and somewhat necessary, right? So I decided to start this. And the biggest thing is, like I said, I'll continue to grow. if I can help you truly build your channels. And it's not really that I'm helping, I'm just here running a live stream. But as long as everybody's in the chat connecting and I just share my knowledge, and the wish is not so much that I share my knowledge, because I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. My wish is that we all share our knowledge together here so that we can all make the best decisions for our channels, myself included. And then let me spin. Let's get another channel up here. I've had the pleasure of hanging out with Angel Light Over Darkness in a couple of live streams as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with this channel. Caracola Bella is a much loved and well-respected member of the community as well, and has been waiting the entire live stream today to be for the wheel to come around and get her onto the screen. Rodney and Janelle, good to see you here. I'm really glad that you came in, because you are going to be the featured channel on Tuberchat this coming Sunday, 6 days from now. So I'm glad that you came in. I've already got it set up. You'll see it on our front page. But Rodney and Janelle is another channel that happens to be a member as well. So let's get you onto the wheel right away. You do not have to super chat or be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen, but in the case of super chats and memberships, we will just let them skip the line and get onto the wheel or onto the screen right away. So here's Caracola Bella. Like I said, she's a very much loved and well-respected member of the small YouTuber community, as we call it. It looks like everybody is having a good time connecting as well. Cubs Den is in the chat here. Cubs Den is another channel that shares knowledge, even more so than Tuberchat, on all things YouTube and YouTube related. So you can grow your channel there as well. They allow people to connect the way we do here at Tuberchat, but Cubs Den has been doing it even longer than Tuberchat has been doing it. Cubs Den is one of the channels that is inspirational in the creation of Tuberchat in the first place. So I hope everybody will connect with them as well. And I'm going to think about adding a couple more names to the wheel shortly. I should check if Caracola Bella is still here. Yeah, it looks like she still is. That's great. That's yeah, that's some serious patience though. And then Bright Creations need advice how and where to share on social media. So the best advice that I can give with social media is start with the platforms that you already use. So I am a little bit older maybe than the majority of people in the chat. So I am big on Facebook. That's where I have the most influence. So I use Facebook regularly. I know a lot of people here may not even have it. And then Instagram has been like the thing for a long time, right? TikTok is picking up. And I know it's very big, but TikTok is not used as much for communication as it is just for fun, right? TikTok's a much more fun platform than most of the others, but that's how Instagram started. So Instagram is the thing, right? If you use Instagram and you are active on it, wherever you have a following is the best way. It's all a lot more work, because there used to be a day where social media didn't exist. And I know I'm aging myself by talking about it, but you used to just have to check your email every day. And if you had a website, you have to update it, and that's all you had to do. But then, MySpace first came along and the other ones, and then Facebook, and now Instagram, and then Twitter, and Twitter before Instagram, and then Snapchat and TikTok and Pinterest and all these other ones. And it's more work because you got to do a few more minutes every single day to share your stuff out. So you have to decide where you think you're going to have the best success. And each network has its own positives that might make that make sense. So start with what you already know and where you already have influence. And then when you have time, you'll pick up the other networks as you see they might fit, like LinkedIn or Twitter or Pinterest, for instance, can be helpful. Reddit even is something that I'm big on for sharing videos. And there you go. Robin Mitchell's just saying that Facebook groups can be a useful thing. Tuberchat has a Facebook page and a Facebook group, but they're not very active yet. Instagram seems to be the most popular outside network for Tuberchat so far. We do have Twitter, and then we have Reddit as well. And you'll see that I always share all our stuff on all of those platforms so that we can reach people where they want to be reached, right? And then whatever networks it is that you interact with, you're able to find value, because what I try to do is build these different social platforms and our specific channels so that you can continue to find quality creators even when we're not live streaming. If you go back onto Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook now, or even Reddit, you will find 89 different, or pretty close to it, different creators that have been featured on Tuberchat. And that's a lot of people to connect with. But those are the channels that have been featured. And I always feature channels, one every single day, for showing generosity in the community of some sort. Ace Flaw 1 is willing to swap playlists. Muscle Car Appraisal, good to see you back. Thank you very much. And Robin Mitchell works better on Instagram promoting their channel. Makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. Here's Rodney and Janelle. So like I said, they happen to be a member, but they are going to be featured, as is Unmasked Lifestyle is going to be featured next Friday. Gibbery's World will be on Saturday. Rodney and Janelle on Sunday. And Coach Sherry will be our featured channel on Monday. What it means to be a featured channel here on Tuberchat means at the beginning of the live stream when we start, your channel's on the screen for about 10 minutes, somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes at the beginning of the live stream. But then as well, we design our thumbnails featuring your channel. And then we share those out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit. Oh, Success with Sierra has 2 channels, and that's cool. The only thing I ask for anybody with 2 channels is that when you come into Tuberchat, you're absolutely welcome to use 2 channels, but you must treat them differently. So, or separately is what I mean to say. So you still have to connect with everybody genuinely. The only thing we want to avoid, like in my own case, I might say like, you know, hey, my name's Kevin K, go follow my other channel. But that's not fair, because you everybody is supposed to be doing the same work, connecting genuinely, and that's the only thing. But as long as that's cool, everybody can come in with 2 channels. That's what I used to do when I was building Tuberchat. I used to go into some of the channels with my friends, like the Hoops Family Network, Vern's Junk Closet, even Cubs Den, and many others, Happy Lux, Melda and Amra family, for instance. And I would go in with 2 channels, and all of those friends that I talk about welcomed me. And as long as everybody always treats their channels individually, then they can find great success. But it can help, you know, when you have 2 channels. We have a lot of channels that have duals, like for instance, Hoops Family Network and Hoops Family Network and the Hoops Paranormal is a combination of 2 channels, obviously run by the same group. And then there's Lava House Gaming, Lava House Family, and we have Kid Wonders Life of Wonder and Kid Wonders Gaming and Live Stream that come into the chat all the time too. Ui Isai, yeah, everybody's willing to bake, so please reach out to anybody that you'd like to connect with. The best object here at Tuberchat is to go first. Please don't wait for anybody to come to you. Rebecca Rose, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then for everybody who's newer to Tuberchat, we just want to make sure everybody understands the procedure specifically. So this is not a sub for sub network, but everybody is expecting to subscribe to your channel after you subscribe to theirs. So when we say all the silly things we do in the chat, like dancing and baking, and I've been to your house and I left you a package and all this other stuff, it all means the same thing. It means I've been to your channel, I've watched a short video in full of at least 3 or 4 minutes, I've left you a meaningful, genuine comment That's what a full package means. And then I have given you a thumbs up because we should always be doing that for each other. And then I have subscribed, and now I'm waiting for you to go to my channel and do the same thing. That's what it means. When you're newer to Tuberchat, the idea is that it's best to go first. Please don't wait for people to come to you, because when people see new channels in here that have been with us for a little while, they tend to hesitate because they want to see how you interact with everybody else before they're willing to go to your channel and connect with you. So again, the best idea is to follow that procedure. It's always on the bottom of the screen, and just take your time, meet people one by one. And if you're willing to make the first move, you'll find lots of new friends and family members. Success with Sierra makes YouTube growth content as well. I'm going to look forward to checking that out. I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. And then Rebecca Rose has only one channel, but posts lifestyle content, which is great. You'll find lots of channels here in many different genres. Just Vlogging Life is in the house. We featured that channel earlier today because they are a gold member. So their channel is added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream. And then as well, they get their link dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so automatically. And Robin Mitchell, that's very cool. What I often recommend to newer creators, especially if they don't have a niche, then I say an idea is to start your channel with many ideas. Try everything, film everything, and try everything, right? And then when you find a couple of things that work or that you enjoy, then you can break off into a second niche channel. As you can see, which I've done personally, I have a personal channel, and then Tuberchat is very much niche. There's really no question about what this channel is about or what it does, and it only does one thing, right? It helps channels with less than 10,000 subscribers get towards 10,000 subscribers. That's it. And once our community has got a lot of people starting to cross that mark, then if it's necessary, I'll start a third channel that will be focused on how to get from 10,000 to 100,000, because there's different things to learn when you get to that point. And but Tuberchat will always remain exactly what it is. Jeremy's Autistic Vlogs is back in the house. Success with Sierra, I'm using StreamYard. And the reason why is just because it's so unbelievably easy, not to mention popular. I will probably switch to Streamlabs soon. We're approaching episode 100, and I'd like to add a few extra features that are not otherwise available, but StreamYard has done the job until now. When I live stream personally, I tend to use Streamlabs Mobile if I do an outdoor walk around type of live stream on my personal channel. I prefer Streamlabs. I happen to be on a Mac, so it has a built-in camera, although I use an outboard microphone. As a matter of fact, I have an equipment list in the description of every video for Tuberchat. I will be expanding that list, but it's just a short list of the simple things I use, like the microphone I'm using and the computer and the green screen and stuff like that. Okay, thank you very much. Success with Sierra. We've been on for almost 2 hours now. So Tuberchat usually runs about 2.5 hours, sometimes a little bit longer. But we're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The only thing is I change the times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So not that I always want to push everybody to put our bell on, but if you do, you'll find yourself notified. I always set the live streams in advance so that you can catch them on our front page and get notified about the individual ones that you think you can make it to, for in case you have to plan or anything like that. Bright Creations is another channel that's been with Tuberchat for months now. We've swapped playlists. They're willing to swap playlists with anybody, and they've got almost 4,000 subscribers. So they're doing just fine. As you can see, we recently swapped playlists. That's what's with all the red lines here. So hopefully everybody will reach out to this channel. And if you're willing to swap playlists, you can reach out to them. Have I noticed the likely spam button is gone now? So if someone is in spam, you can't take them out. Too Fat, Too Furious. Let me have a look, because I have not seen that. I'm only slightly behind in my comments. I'm usually on them for... Yeah, see this kind of a message where it's got a link, I'm not going to approve that. I wish I had one in here that I could approve, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to ban them. I'm just going to not approve that message. But then here I've got, the check mark is still there. So I'm not sure exactly what you mean unless they've changed something that I haven't got yet, but it seems to still be as it was. Finding happiness in all you do. Thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate every moment that you spend here. And then, yeah, sorry. Robin Mitchell, always. I'll be live for another half hour at least. It looks like. Usually Tuberchat runs 2.5 hours, sometimes 3 hours, sometimes longer, but usually 2.5 to 3 hours. Oh, Rebecca Rose. So what, let me just describe to everybody what we're talking about when we talk about swapping playlists. All it is an arrangement between you and another creator to run a playlist. So they're going to run a playlist of your videos. You're going to run a playlist of theirs. You're not obligated to sit and watch every second of every video. You're not even obligated to like or comment on them, although as much as you can do will be helpful to them. But the arrangement is just to run them. So you can imagine if you have a playlist of 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 hours or even more, and you get a lot of other creators running that playlist for you, your hours are really going to move, right? But the real benefit to that comes in the fact that when you've traded favors with somebody, then you can get a friendship started that will hopefully flourish. And that's where the loyal and dedicated supporters really come in. So the other thing too is that you... when you're running these playlists, the arrangement is really that simple. So if you're willing to swap playlists with people, you simply say in the chat here, I am willing to swap playlists, and other creators should reach out to you for that purpose. And if you see somebody mention that they're willing to run playlists and you're willing to do it as well, you can reach out to them independently. Most people either make an arrangement on Instagram or something like that for that reason. But the only thing I ask of everybody is please make your arrangements individually. So what I don't want everybody to do is just say, run my playlist, here's my Instagram. That's not what we're doing, because we don't do any self-promotion here. But when you're talking to individual creators, you're free to make those arrangements however you find necessary. Sabai Siam, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is willing to swap playlists, which is great. I think you've been here before, but forgive me if I'm wrong about that. Hopefully you're feeling welcome either way. Natural Nesha is willing to swap playlists. And then for those of you who are newer to Tuberchat, if you just take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. And then Robin Mitchell, you can't wait to hit 1K so you can go live on your iPad. So the other thing too is you can actually download, there's a couple of different apps. There's one called Prism. I think there's one called Lily, and there's one that I use myself called Streamlabs, which seems to me the most popular. And Streamlabs allows you to go live on a mobile device before 1,000 subscribers. You can even do it with StreamYard. I don't necessarily recommend StreamYard. I haven't tried on a phone or a tablet yet, but it's not as fluid an experience as something like Streamlabs is. Streamlabs is quite simple, but feature-packed if you want to get into bells and whistles and stuff like that, but it does allow it to happen. Oh, just vlogging life. Yeah, I can swap with you. So I'm willing to swap playlists as well, even though I'm monetized. So if anybody wants to, you can reach out to me on Instagram. It's all one word, Tuberchat, and then we can make those arrangements. With just vlogging life, I'm just making I thought we swapped one already, but I have several accounts anyway. So we'll sort that out. I'll reach out to you. Hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. Oh, that's okay, Robin Mitchell. So, and then the other thing, when we're swapping playlists with each other, you could do it on a mobile device. You could do it if you have like an old phone or a tablet or as a window on your computer. I often will run a window on the side here while I do my work on the computer all day. And then you could do it when you sleep, when you go out, when you eat, or whenever at all. Because again, you're only obligated to run the playlist. But it's a thought. If anybody wants to know what that is like, you haven't swapped playlists with anybody before and you want to, you can swap with either me or Kristen Welton that's in the chat, because we'll walk you through it a little bit if you want. And then Gracie Sweets. Robin Mitchell, what does it look like? Forgive me, are you talking about the Streamlabs? Yeah, Streamlabs little green alien looking icon or robot looking icon or something like that. USA Scratchers, good to see you here. Let me see if I can find it on my phone. Doesn't matter. You'll know when you see it for sure, because it'll have millions of downloads and stuff like that. So on the top of my screen, if you can see on my phone, maybe you can't because of my green screen, the first icon there should be Streamlabs, little robot. If you can't see it, forgive me, because the green screen might be interfering. So Black Brand Friday, I don't ever want to recommend to people to go any farther than just swapping playlists legitimately with people. Now, I have many accounts, so it is possible to run a playlist on another account. What I don't do is run playlists on not logged in accounts. I don't use VPNs or things like that. I've done a lot of experimenting, but what I found is the only way to really do it properly, if you are lucky enough to have another logged in account, like a legitimate account, you can use that and then run a playlist one time each through that every 45 days or so. What I don't recommend is people running their own playlist over and over and over again, whether it's on different accounts or not. And the reason why is because, let's say you manage to get your 1,000 subscribers and somehow manage to get your 4,000 hours of watch time. It won't be the same as if you had done it organically. And the problem is, when it's time to get monetized, you might find yourself making half the money you would have made. And I don't think that's going to make anybody happy. The better idea, in my opinion, is to meet as many different loyal and dedicated creators, like what we have luckily here at Tuberchat, meet lots of people, swap playlists with them, because they will become friends and you will find yourself favoring the creators who have helped you, and you will find yourself being favored by those you have helped as well. So when you post videos, you'll actually have real friends coming to watch your videos, give you likes, comments, and other things, not just like regular viewers or YouTube users, if you want to call it that will come and maybe like, hey, nice video, or give you a thumbs up. Talking about people who understand what we all need and will give you better comments, more likes, and longer views than you might have otherwise got. That's why I recommend it so much. That's why I push it. So if you're, there's nothing wrong with staying within the limits and, running right to the edge, but I never want to push anybody over those limits. Salerson, good to see you here. It's been a long time since you've been in, but I appreciate you coming back in. Thank you very much. And then Too Fat, Too Furious. So if you want to reach out to me personally on Instagram, all one word, Tuberchat, and then I can swap playlists with you. So you'll see, how easy it is and how it works. And then you can reach out. Yeah, you're free to reach out to anybody you want to in the chat right now. They can walk you through it too. But if you want to, then we can do it, and then you'll know. And then you might find yourself being able to really find a lot of other people to swap playlists with, and that can really get your hours moving. I'm going to spin one more time. This is Oak Style. Food Fight Showdown is usually with them here in the chat as well, but Oak Style's been with us. It's a previously featured channel on the road to 700, so hopefully everybody will connect with them. Here's Ace Flaw 1. This is another channel. Andy's been with me for months and months and months on my personal channel, even before Tuberchat had started, and hopefully everybody will connect with this channel as well. Okay, thank you. Finding happiness in all you do. Thank you very much. Janae Vlogs and Gaming, thanks for coming back. Yeah, hopefully you heard me welcome you when you were here a little bit earlier, but it's great to have you back. Ace Flaw 1. Black Brand Friday doesn't have a lot of videos right now. So what you can do as well, sometimes you'll find creators, you know, those that have newer channels may only have an hour or two worth of videos to be watched, right? And then bigger channels or ones that have at least been around longer or posted more frequently may have hours, sometimes even days worth of videos. You can also break your channel up into many different playlists, and it's actually recommended as a good way to organize so that people can binge watch different types of content on your channel. But then, like for instance, with my personal channel, when I swap with people, if I find somebody that's only got an hour or two worth of videos to run, I'll still swap, but I'll send them to a playlist on my channel that's only 1 or 2 hours long. Instead of running every video. The other thing too is when you're making a playlist for the purpose of running, like what we're talking about here, the idea is to make a playlist that contains every video you've ever made, not including live streams. If you want to, you can make one with live streams and one without live streams, right? And you call it, like in Ace Flaw 1's case, he might call it all of Ace Flaw 1, or he might call it binge watch Ace Flaw 1 or something like that. Really doesn't matter, but the idea is that when you make the arrangements to swap with people, you will send them the link to that playlist. That's what they will run for you. So that's a start. You want to have a video that's got every video you've ever made. And then Mr. Fulton Mraz, Mr. Johnny 25 is on right now, which is cool. And we will be rating them afterwards. Mr. Johnny 25 is our featured channel for today, but I'm going to keep going as long as everybody wants to here before we take off. Too Fat, Too Furious is going to come up in a moment. Let me spin just for fun, and I'll get that channel up. And let me get Ace Flaw 1's bell on here. I always put the bells on for every channel. So this is a new connection for Tuberchat. Now, I do not watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take one of your videos, and I will, let me see what I can find here first. Take this latest video that you've made, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I will watch that video in full. I'll give you a meaningful, genuine comment. I'll give you a thumbs up, of course. We should always be doing that for each other. And then I'll subscribe to you. And in that way, I'll make sure that the subscription sticks. Hopefully, you're also subscribed to Tuberchat now, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Robin Mitchell, thank you very much. Hopefully, we'll see you again. Let me see what I can do about adding names to the wheel here. We saw Oak Style. Let's talk about it with Anita. My pleasure. Too Fat, Too Furious. Pardon me just for a quick second. All right, pardon me for that for 1 second there. I'm just looking at what I can do about. Oh, Too Fat, Too Furious came up for me, no problem. All lowercase, just with the two twos. Janae Vlogs and Gaming. Hopefully you can find that quickly. Here, you know what I'll do? I'll drop a link for it right now, actually. I just dropped a link from my personal channel so everybody can get to Too Fat, Too Furious right away if you need to. They're on the road to 200. Hopefully you'll have it before we're back on Friday. Might even be able to get it today. Let me see what I can do about adding more names to the wheel. Mr. Fulton Mraz. JCC Tube. Natural Nesha and Cubs Den. Wondered when Cubs Den was going to come up because they've been here for a while. They're a channel I want to show everybody. So I'll spin. We'll get a channel up. Okay, thank you, Andy Ace Flow 1. There's Natural Nesha in a moment. Why are we having trouble finding your channel? That's weird. Let me get into our chat. Yeah, my pleasure, Janae Vlogs and Gaming. Gracie Sweets at Home, I got your message, by the way, on Instagram, so I'll reply to you after, of course. Jaden Sut28 is back in the house. Thanks for coming in. Switnessy's in the house. Always happy to see Switnessy here. I was just going to look for... Oh, Jaden was dealing with school. Switnessy is a wonderful supporter. I've been connected to her for a long time, but she's so fun and full of life and entertaining. She supports some of the other channels that I'm involved with as well. I was just looking for... Oh, Natural Nesha, yes. So Natural Nesha, if you're still here, can you do me a favor and just put, just say anything at all in the chat so I can click you, maybe. Oh, is that not going to work now too? I forgot. I always go back to the go-to channel extension. I forgot that's not there anymore. What? Oh, this is why. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. Hopefully everybody saw what I did. So I searched for Natural Nesha, but there's a popular channel called another popular channel called Natural Nisha. And the problem is YouTube wanted to push that. So you see what happens here? At the top of the search results, it says search instead for Natural Nesha, which is what I meant in the first place. When I click that, there she is. Now, this is the first time that we're seeing what I was saying doesn't happen in the beginning of today's live stream. But for whatever reason, we're not connected. This is probably part of the YouTube purging and glitching that they always do. Now, Natural Nesha hasn't been here for a little while, but they've been here often enough before that this connection should not have dropped. So what you're witnessing now is an exact example of what goes on with YouTube. What we think is happening is they're replacing new connections with old connections. So for Natural Nesha, who we should have been connected to already, what I'm going to do is take your latest video, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do, I'm the only one who's allowed to do this, but what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. In the next couple of days, I'll watch that video in full. I will give you meaningful, genuine comment, of course. I'll give a thumbs up, and then I'll subscribe, and in that way I'll make sure that the subscription sticks, and I will put the bell on. Usually what I do is I wait for a channel to come back a second time, and then I put the bell on, because I put the bell for every channel. But for Natural Nesha, which we should have already been connected, I will make sure that your bell's on right away, and hopefully that will make it a little more solid. So unfortunately, you see what happened? This is the problem with that purging and glitching. I can't remember the last time Natural Nesha was here, but it can't be that long ago. It feels like maybe only a couple of weeks or something like that. Anyway, okay, so let's move on. We'll grab another channel here. And then I should go through the procedure. For those of you who are a little bit newer to Tuberchat, just to make sure we all know exactly what we're doing here. We have to say a lot of silly things in the chat, like dancing and baking and visiting each other's houses, leaving packages and stuff. Let's get Fulton Mraz's bell on here. Then specifically, what that means is that somebody has been to your channel, watched a video, left a comment, that's the full package, of course, and then given a thumbs up and subscribed. Now they're waiting for you to do the same thing. Specifically, the way that we do that here at Tuberchat, and it's very important that everybody follows the procedure so that YouTube hopefully doesn't take the connections away after, is you leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat to let them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video of at least 1 minute, but probably 2, 3, 4 minutes. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. It should be at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji next to their name to let them know you've secured the connection the right way. And then say something about the video that you watched so that you can allow that creator to go back and find your comment easily and quickly, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for your channel. And Switnessy, thank you very much for the share. Nate TV, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. It looks like everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. Mr. Fulton Mraz is a generous creator who always shares for us. Here's Cubs Den. Some of you are already familiar with this channel. Oh, Switnessy, I just saw you say something to PA. Hopefully soon you'll be back streaming. Is something up? Maybe I'll reach out to you on Instagram and see what's happening. Witnessy does a lot of live streaming. Here's Cubs Den. This is the channel I've been talking about today several times. So when you visit this channel, the front here obviously has some delicious looking videos for you to watch, but they do a lot of live streaming. And what they do is share their knowledge with all things YouTube, similar to what we do here on Tuberchat, but even more focused, where they have discussions about analytics and about best practices and about changes to the YouTube platform and all the things you can do to make your channel successful. As well, they allow people to connect the same way that we do here in Tuberchat. As a matter of fact, Cubs Den is inspirational in the creation of Tuberchat, as I was in their channel with both my personal channel and with Tuberchat months and months and months ago before Tuberchat even started. So hopefully everybody will connect with this channel if you haven't already. And hopefully everybody's having a good time meeting new friends and family members in the chat. Looks like everybody's doing okay. The live stream play. Oh, here's all the live streams. Okay, thank you, Cubs Den. So if anybody wanted to go and see what we're talking about as for these live streams, you can see how well they do here. Typically around 2 hours at a time, but all the past live streams are there on the front page. This is an excellent example of how you can set up your channel with different shelves, different categories, so that people can binge watch your content if they wanted to, right? If somebody was into air fryer recipes or food videos or even family videos or faith videos, it's easy to find. And you can, somebody could click this button. That allows you to have people watch many of your videos all in a row. So when the video is done playing, if somebody's watching your video from a playlist link, YouTube will not suggest another video to them. They will play one of yours guaranteed. So it can really help. But Cubs Den, again, like I said, is a very much loved and well-respected member of the community, and hopefully everybody will connect with this channel if they haven't already. Thank you, Janae Vlogs and Gaming. I appreciate your kind words. And hopefully everybody's having a good time meeting new friends and family members. Let's spin. Ms. Jovu is still in the house. Thanks for coming back in. And here's JCC Tube. This is another channel that's back with us again and again here on Tuberchat. Let's look at what they've got going on for us today. So JCC Tube is also willing to swap playlists, and they obviously have the featured channels collaboration started over here. I talk about this all the time, even though they've only got Tuberchat on here right now, but you can feature channels on your front page. And what that does is basically say that these channels, when you feature them on your front page, you're telling the YouTube algorithm and your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to the YouTube algorithm that you are worthy of being featured by them, not to mention their audience as well. You can imagine the impact that that has both on the algorithm and both of your audiences. So I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it. I absolutely do it. So if anybody in the chat has featured Tuberchat on their front page and I don't already know about it, then please make sure that I know so I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that on both channels. Kara Colbell is still in the house. I think you were here when I had your channel on the screen. I certainly hope you were. Can't remember already. It was only like 15 minutes ago or something like that. And then Ms. Jovu, hopefully you're doing okay. Let's spin just for fun. We'll put, let's talk about it with Anita up on the screen. And then for those of you who are new to Tuberchat, maybe this is your first or second time here, just remember the best idea here, the object of Tuberchat, is for you to go first. Lots of creators who have been here before will not go to a new channel that they see in the chat until they see how you interact with everybody first. So the object is for you to make the first move, visit another channel, watch their video, give them a comment, give them a thumbs up, of course, and then subscribe and come back and let them know that you've done that. And then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. So this is Let's Talk About It with Anita. She is also a very much loved and well-respected member of our community, not to mention her own. You see a lot of familiar faces here, including God's chosen vessel, Gwen, Lady C Queen Foodie, Tuberchat's there, along with Walk With Me, Tiffany, and then, of course, it's me, Winston, Yes, Honey, and Yo, it's your boy, Leo, who are with us all the time. Hopefully everybody will connect with this channel. She's on the road to 600 and getting fairly close. And let me see what I can do about adding channels to the wheel. I'm just having a look. My robot keeps track of how active everybody is, and that's how I determine how channels get onto the screen. So I'm assuming Robin Mitchell's gone now because I know they were mentioning having left, but that's okay. Bloomin' with the Roses is still in the house. You're up right now. BKTV, we're going to see what you got going on. Becky Patois Pickney. I didn't mention it, but yeah, I did notice Janae Vlogs and Gaming that you changed your name. So you got more going on the channel, obviously. Let's get your channel onto the wheel. And then we'll continue on. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Jaden. Jaden is always with us. Jaden saw 28. So here's Bloomin' with the Roses. On the road to 1K. So hopefully everybody will connect with this channel and get them a little bit closer. It's got to be on their mind. We all know what it's like to cross different milestones. And of course, that 1,000 subscribers is certainly a magical one. You only get to do it once. So, well, unless YouTube's purging and stuff like that. Maybe I shouldn't make jokes, but it's got to be frustrating for creators. You know, it's frustrating for everybody. But when you're looking at a milestone right in front of you and YouTube is holding you back a little bit, but probably going to make it that much more rewarding when you cross the mark and get there. So hopefully, like I said, everybody will connect with this channel. Bloomin' with the Roses has been back with Tuberchat again and again since finding us. Oh, anniversary is on Sunday. Very cool. So we see this is a romantic couple of creators here by the look of it. But their anniversary is in a few days from now, which is very good news. That's good stuff. And hopefully you will enjoy celebrating in some way. Yeah, Muscle Car Appraisals congratulating Cubs Den on their growth. But Cubs Den has been at it for a long time. I can't even remember how long ago it was that I met that channel. Months and months and months ago. It could be 8 or 9 or 10 months ago. And like I said, they are actually inspirational in the creation of Tuberchat. But they're doing fantastic. Bloom with the Roses, first anniversary, which is very cool. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members in the chat. Let me see what else. I'm just looking at something in another window over here. Let's spin. Let's get another channel up and see what's happening here. This is a new connection for Tuberchat. Becky Patois Pickney. So since this is a new connection, I do not watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. What I'm going to do is take one of your videos and add it into my watch later list. I usually aim for a video about 10 minutes, but yours are much shorter. So I'll just take the latest one that you've done here for 4 minutes. I'll add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I will watch that video in full sometime in the next few days. and I will give you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of this video, and then I will give you a thumbs up. Of course, we should all be doing that for each other, and then I will subscribe. In that way, I will make sure that the subscription sticks, and then hopefully you're also subscribed to Tuberchat, and you have our bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So Gracie Sweets at Home, the reason you can't find Natural Nesha so easily, I'm going to put that channel up just for one more second before I move on to the next channel, because I'll grab the link for it. See what happens here? How it says showing results for Natural Nesha. YouTube's forcing that. So you just, I think you could do it on a phone as well. You can select this channel here as Natural Nesha, but I'm going to get the link so that you can connect with this channel easier. And there we go. I didn't mean to close my window, but that's okay. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up here. Sioban's World, good to see you here. And we are going to look at Janae Vlogs and Gaming. Just looking at something in another window there. Janae Vlogs and Gaming. Let's have a look at what you got going on for us today. Well over 1,000 subscribers. So you got that nice and locked in. The Tyler Show, good to see you here. Janae Vlogs and Gaming, do you swap playlists? Forgive me for not remembering. Probably be impossible for me to remember everybody that swaps playlists, but I don't think we've swapped. But if I'm just curious if you do. And they got quite a bit of content here. Did I see a Grand Theft Auto video? I see The Sims. Did I see? I thought I saw Grand Theft Auto 4. Oh, Grand Theft Auto Online. There we go. GTA 5. There you go. Oh, I remember that. I remember seeing this. GTA 5 Online for the first time. Yeah, Janae Vlogs and Gaming. And Izzy's Life Vlogs is finishing up an edit because they do motivational Mondays, which I'm sure is got to be coming up shortly. And so hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. Oh, just vlogging life. Yeah, Kristen's reaching out to you on Instagram, but you could drop that. Not that it matters. You could drop that those emojis too, right? For members, have those social media emojis. We got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff in there. Here's BKTV. And let's see what you got going on today. So since you're a new connection for Tuberchat, again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I usually aim for something for about 10 minutes, just so that I can give you that few minutes of watch time. We've got lots of different stuff, short and long videos. Here we go, 10:01. So we'll take this, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, in the next few days, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, and then I will give you a thumbs up, because we should all be doing that for each other all the time, and I'll subscribe to you, and in that way I'll make sure that the subscription sticks. And hopefully you're also subscribed to Tuberchat, so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And we changed the times of our live stream so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So I'm dropping a link into the chat right now, and this is for our featured channel for today, Mr. Johnny 25, who's live right now interviewing Kevin King, where they're talking all things YouTube and motivational. So hopefully everybody will join us over there. If you click that link and say Tuberchat Raid when you get there, that'll let them know that you came over from Tuberchat. I appreciate all the time everybody spent for today. We will be back on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The live streams are already set up. Hopefully you have our bells on, our notification bell on, so that you can get notified, but they're already set up on the front page. PA, thank you for all you do. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you've spent, and I will see you over at Mr. Johnny 25 for a Tuberchat raid.